this video is going to show you how to use JavaFX. This is the beginning from scratch here, right? Like, you don't need to know anything, but it's from scratch how to use JavaFX. Like, you don't need to include main. Like Japlet, you extend Japlet. JavaFX, you extend application. But make sure you have to have like 1.8 up, right? JRE. Because JavaFX is, yeah, starting from 1.8. You should have that. Now we need to import, okay, JavaFX. You may see it should be under package named JavaFX. And we're looking for an application. Like when you do applet, we have to do javax.swing.applet, right? So this is application. Now we have to add the unimplemented methods. Okay. Like applet, we have to do what? Paint, right? So I mean, this way I just use auto insert from Eclipse. You can actually type this keyword at override public void, like instead of paint, right? Just start, or instead of public static void main, we just use start. Right, and parameter is just stage, primary stage, which you import, right? Throw exception. There's a problem that we may have to configure a little bit. Like I said, you have to make sure that the library is appropriate, which I need to add a library from our download JDK 1.8_101 by going to the alternate here. Right, if you don't see it, you just need to go to install JRE and just browse to the path that we have. Like for example, let me show you. Like now, I already did that once, so that's why it show up. Otherwise, you have to go to install JRE and pick the JDK, which is located in this path. By doing add, right, and then just do directory and browse to your PC, see program files, Java, and then you can pick JDK1. Wait, and hit OK. Okay, hit OK. And it's just gonna add for you, but I already added, so that it already exists. Yeah, I can cancel, but for you, just hit finish, and you see it there. How to get to this add library page, right? Properties here. One way is when you have an errors, we can just hover on it. Earlier, it's going to say go to configure and hit configure. Second way is you can right click and go to properties and Java build path, right? And add the library here, right? That's second way. And I'm going to, so that's another way too. Let's create Java project. And you may see in this Java project, see if you're adding JDK_101 here, right? 1.8.0_101, it pretty much will take care of the libraries for JavaFX here, right? By adding it in. Okay, now Let's see, what is this first? The type JavaFX demo must implement the inherent abstract method. Oh, okay, application to start. So it's just looking for public static void main string args and application dot launch. So that's what it asks us to do then. Okay. Like in your main, you pretty much just want to launch the JavaFX application. Alright, so now come back. Like there's the way that we fix the issue with the JavaFX libraries here by adding JDK 1.8.0 underscore 101. But let's see if I want to show you another way. Right, when you use Eclipse, you create a new class. I'm going to say JavaFX class, or let's say my first JavaFX, my first. So let me include that. Then we can do application extends application, and then we know we will get an error, right? And of course, to fix this, you need to include the JavaFX libraries, which I show you one way. The other way, you can just go to properties, right click on the project, right, that has an error. Go to properties, go to Java build path, right. Then we click on the HRE system library, expand it, and you see access rules here. We're going to edit it. We can add the new rules that including JavaFX / and to allow JavaFX library here, right, ***. So that's just the patterns matches any number of segments. That what means to asterisk. Okay. Now we have to make it accessible instead of forbidden. And hit OK. Apply it. Hit OK. Now after that, we should be able to access to a library by seeing the import JavaFX application. Now you can either type it or just hit on that. This will insert for you on that pop-up. Right, application. Now, same like add unimplemented, like you can type public void, and the unimplemented is start, which refer to stage, and we call primary stage as the argument. And if there's an error, we got those exception. And then you need to import, right, JavaFX.stage. So import JavaFX.stage. And of course you need to still say add unimplemented, which you have to do add overwrite. And we have to import stage.stage. So this is an unimplemented method. That what means, which you can type out, or just when you hover the mouse over the errors message, you can click at add unimplemented. It's going to add this statement for you. So now if you hit play, you technically should get a JavaFX application, but we're not seeing anything because we need to make the application to show, okay, which we didn't make it to show. So now let's talk about application itself and primary stage. Stage is the windows, which is like minimize, maximize, collapse, close. Like that's the stage or the window here. Application is the whole application. Dot show, right? So if I make it to show, okay, primary stage dot show. Now, if you look at the exception, it can be omitted too. Can be omitted. Okay, it's not required. Now, why it's not showing yet? Because the window itself relying on the scene. Scene is pretty much just the page that you see. So you have to create a scene equals to new scene. Okay, and this pretty much just again that you need to import JavaFX scene.zine, right? Now for new zine here, zine itself, you can add a button to the zine if you want, right? Or let's say I want to add a button. I say button equals to new button, and then import that again. Oops. Make sure you import from JavaFX button, the second one. And the scene itself, we can just put the button on the scene through the, just like when you do scanner, right? Keyboard equals to new scanner. You can say system.in to read from keyboard, and this one I just feed the button into the scene. And I have to set the primary state to show this scene. Set scene right to the scene that I just created earlier. So let's pray now and show it up, right? Oh, I also need to have application dot launch, right? And there it is. Okay, now we have that, right? So let me try to comment this whole line out first and try again with primary state.show itself, because it should show the windows, that way I suspect. Because it didn't show because I'm missing application.launch, right? ARGS. So now I just try to explain a little bit more that you can actually, if you do show, it's pretty much just show the scene itself, which is the window itself, right? Well, if you add the, if you want to add the scene, you can just do scene equals new scene like that, and set the scene to the stage windows. Let's see if I'm not adding the button. Scene itself, if you look at the Java doc, you should have the parent root, something like that, which I can say no for now. Let's say there's no parent. Then there's going to be an errors here. Run again. Root cannot be null, right? So it has to have something. Okay. Like now, that's why I said if you want to add button, just say button. If you want to add text, right, or label, we have label to say hello world, right? Label equals to new label. Label, you can just say hello world. And then, of course, you need to import label and make sure it's from the second one, not AWT, from JavaFX. Because this is not an old AWT version, this is JavaFX label. And switched that to label instead of button. And rerun this. You see hello world with JavaFX. And that's how you do basic JavaFX.